panic meter for teams after week 1. This is from the Bleacher Report. For the Browns, they say 7 out of 10. Is there a chance the return of Wills, Conklin, and Chubb eventually will right the offense? Sure, but there's a chance the offense continues to look sluggish and erratic. Time is running out on the Watson era of the Cleveland offense. Yeah, that's absolutely fair.
Yeah, and you look at the return of those 2 tackles and Nick Chubb, I don't think is transforming what we saw at the weekend into a much better situation if Deshaun Watson keeps playing at this level. I mean, that's the problem that they're dealing with is everything is the quarterback. If he's playing averagely, the rest of this team is good enough that we can win some games. If he's playing like a bottom 5 quarterback, it doesn't matter. And that's just the reality of today's NFL. Bottom 5 quarterback play is too bad to overcome, and that's where he is right now. So that's why I think the panic meter has to be pretty high because Watson is not showing signs that he's going to make that jump.
Well, and here's one of the reasons why. Let's take a look at this. This is average QB accuracy and separation chart. X-axis is average separation. Y-axis is accuracy rate. So across your screen is separation, and that means Browns receivers had some separation. Up and down is the accuracy, and you want to be up high, not down low. And Deshaun Watson is down there pretty low. Watson talked about kind of the Browns and adjusting to this new offensive idea.
It's going to be a work in progress for sure. I think, new pieces, new guys, first live football together. It's going to take time. A lot of times if you haven't been with the guys for, multiple years, especially the core group of, skill guys, then it's going to take a little bit to figure out, all right, what is everyone good at? What are we good at? What are the identity that we want to put out there on the field? And, it might take a couple weeks, and we might find our identity this week. I think each and every week is a great opportunity for us to, go out there and test ourselves against a very, very, very good opponent in Jacksonville in a great environment and, go out there and see what we can, put out there and try to get a W.
Sam, whatever they did last week didn't work, so they can take those pages out of the playbook and move on to different ones.
Yeah, but the problem is they're running out of pages in the playbook that haven't already failed. So I think that's the issue. Watson was very inaccurate in this game. Again, in the past, he's been an accurate quarterback. This is not somebody that always struggles with basic accuracy, with basic throwing of the football. He's somebody that at his best, or even just his baseline, has been actually a pretty accurate quarterback. So for that to be a part of the problem now, just sort of highlights that everything is in a bad spot in terms of that passing game. It's not any one thing, it's all of it.
I didn't look close enough. His mechanics at times last year were a mess. I didn't see that he was, it looked like he was setting up, letting it rip, and it was going 15 yards off target to me. But I didn't go back and look. Any thoughts of if his mechanics are a mess or any of that?
No, I mean, obviously, when you're missing wide open targets, something is breaking down mechanically in your throwing motion. But it's not like you can look at him and say, okay, here's the 3 ways that his golf swing is broken down, and this is why he's missing all these throws in a given way. Like, he's just, again, it's just out of sync. He's just not where he needs to be, throwing in rhythm, throwing kind of correctly, and putting the ball on its intended target. He's out of sorts right now, throwing the football as well as executing the offense, running the plays, diagnosing what he's seeing, and correctly hitting his targets.
Can that snap? I mean, it doesn't seem to me like that's something that comes and miraculously goes from 180 this way to 180 that way. Am I wrong in assuming that it can't be like, oh, light bulb's on, it's fixed?
No, I mean, I don't think. I think the throwing mechanics thing is a symptom rather than a cause. If and when he gets back into a groove and the offense is functioning, I think Watson will start throwing the football accurately again, and we'll see him mechanically kind of the way he used to be, and with a much higher accuracy rate and all those kinds of things. As for, can they actually get this offense firing with him as quarterback? We're seeing less and less evidence that that's likely. And they're they're trying everything they can think of, bringing in new coaches. As we said, maybe the answer is to go completely in that direction as opposed to this sort of steps in that direction with Ken Dorsey, the way they seem to be at the moment. But it's difficult to see how they can get from where they have been to where they need to go in within a season, based off how little evidence there has been so far that Watson is going to come out of the other side of this.